Yours.
Hi guys, welcome back guys to Rise Above All Odds. Today we are joined by Mike Ellis as you can see, and Mike will be discussing some key updates and insights surrounding victory with Ash, and of course its new powerful mantra: rise, reset, and refocus. So in this session, Mike will share maybe what rise, reset, and refocus truly mean for our community, for those who don't understand yet. He will also share his unique perspective on this exciting new chapter: how to prepare for access to victory with Ash, maybe practical steps you can take right now while waiting, as we still have a few days to submit our application forms in the OES. And we are hoping, Mike and myself, we're hoping that by the end of this session, he will have answered some of your pressing questions and clarified the doubts many of you are carrying. And of course, would love to hear from you too. So get interactive, share your thoughts in the chat, and stay engaged, guys. Let's know what resonates with you most. You drop it in the comment section. Thank you, Mike, for joining us this evening.
No, thanks, Comfort. It's always a joy to come on with you, and I've been looking forward to this for a couple of days. And I will answer a question today that everybody's afraid to bring up and answer. I will answer that, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But I've been listening to a lot of the individuals that are engaged with Ash and do videos and webinars, and it's good, but there's so much speculation. We're going to do this. We're going to go this way. We're going to take care of this. We go back. All the speculation that's out there, and you have to remember what Ash said very, very early on in the last webinar. He said very simply, "Don't make this harder than it is," and I want to get into that, but I want to start with a little tune. And it's a song that I remember when I'm kind of rudderless. I'm not sure quite where I want to go or how I want to go there. And it goes like this. But baby, it's cold out there. And that's it. That's what I remember of the song. But it's so apropos.
Okay.
And you know, when you think about that song, baby, it's cold out there. It's a young man singing to his wife or his girlfriend, his beloved, and she's had enough of him. You're out of here. I want nothing more to do with you. And he's going, but baby, it's cold out there. Now, our CEO, Mr. Mufara, he has every right and every reason to kick us out into the cold. He really does, because oftentimes we are more trouble than we are worth. We really are. And if he kicked us out into the cold, we really wouldn't have anything to complain about. But that's not our CEO. That's not Mr. Mufara. That's not his heart. He's actually, instead of kicking us out into the cold like that young lady was doing to that guy, he's saying, come in, sit by the fireplace, warm your hands, get comfortable. You're going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. And so when Mr. Mufara tells us, don't make this more complicated than it needs to be, don't. He's not going to kick you out in the cold. We're not going anywhere. And it is going to get better and better and better. Now, when we think about what Mr. Mufara has asked us to do, basically, he wants us to come in. He wants us to do this is everybody. This is Comfort. This is myself. This is everybody. He wants us to come in and fill out the application. I think we've got until the 9th to fill out that application, and then he takes it down. But he wants everybody to do that. And then what he's going to do is he's going to process those. He's going to qualify people, and he is going to have a priority placement for those individuals that he chooses. Okay, that's perfectly fine. We should all do that. Don't worry about what's going to happen after the application. Now, after the application, those people that are selected in the priority placement, they're going to go into Victory with Ash. That is the new educational platform that we can all go into get an educational base before we go into the new business. Okay, very simple so far. Now, let's answer a question that maybe nobody ever wants to ask. Okay, I'm coming in, I'm doing my application. I don't get selected as a priority placement. I'm just out of luck. What am I going to do then? And what happens to those individuals that go in their priority placement, right? Everybody has that question. Well, it doesn't matter whether you get a priority placement or you don't. What's going to happen is the people that did get the priority placement, they're going to come in, they're going to have a link, they're going to give you their link, and it doesn't matter who you go with. It doesn't matter. Yeah, now, if Comfort is one of the priority placement, you can go to Comfort, you can get her link, you can come in, and you are in Victory with Ash. You are on that platform. Now you have the educational platform that you can go and learn from, okay? And then the question I get is, well, yeah, we can do that. And when I get in there, I'll probably get a link. No, you probably won't. You're not going to have a link to bring people into Victory with Ash. Only the priority placement people. And then the question comes, well, what's going to happen to them? Do they have a huge priority over everybody else? Here's the answer. Yes and no. Okay? They have an advantage that they get to come in to the Victory with Ash platform, and initially they get to see all that educational platform first. That's a priority. That's a big deal. The second thing that they have that you're not going to have, perhaps, you get to choose this. You know, when you come in and you start to go through these modules, these educational modules, and you learn things, the only way you truly understand what you've learned is if you teach it. Okay? You have to teach other people what you've learned. And I think that's what Mr. Mufar is looking at. Who are the people out there that I can put in there? They'll come in, they'll understand the teaching that I'm giving them, and then they'll relay it to the people they know. They'll teach them. That is the priority. That is the favor they are getting, to actually come in, understand the material, and the ability to teach. Now, do I think there are any other perks in there for a priority placement? I have no idea, and I don't care. Listen, if Comfort comes in, she's priority placed, and Mr. Mufar, when we go into the new business, decides, well, I'm going to give Comfort a bonus because she's done a great job. And by the way, she has, and she always does. She's done a great job. I'm going to give her a bonus. I'm going to give her $5 grand. I'm going to give her 10 grand. I'm going to give her 25 grand. Boom, here's a bonus. It's yours. Do I care about that? I didn't get the priority placement, but Comfort did. Do I care that she got a bonus for what she's doing? I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Keep this thing simple. The importance is that we come on to the Victory with Ash platform. That is the tunnel going into the new business. That is Ash Mufara. You can't get into this new business unless you go through Ash Mufara. And Victory with Ash is Ash Mufara. You have to come on and get on it. Whether you're a priority placement, whether you come in and get a link from one of those individuals that are a priority placement, and from there you get into the Victory with Ash. It doesn't matter how you got there. Now you can go over into the big, beautiful, bold business. That's where we want to be. Whatever happens to these individuals that get the priority placement, God bless them. I'm happy for them. You know, if Ash wants to reward them with whatever, that's just a terrific thing. It doesn't affect me, and it doesn't affect me going forward with the ability to come online and develop an online income that will last for generations, period. That's what we all want to do. So get that out of the way. Don't think about that. Don't worry about it. Come on in, fill the application out, do the application, let Ash go through his process, and however it pans out, whether you come in as a priority placement or you come in with one of their links and you're on Victory with Ash, that's where we want to be, because that takes us into the beautiful, the new business. Okay. There's something else that I need to talk to you about very, very quickly. And again, people, they just jumble this up so much, and they throw so many things at it, and it's just not that complicated. Keep it simple, simple, simple. Okay, we're all going over into the big, bold, beautiful business. All of us. Boom. Ash is going to take us all over at the same time, regardless of how you got to victory with Ash. Now, when we get over there, you have to understand that Mr. Mufara has given you a solid base of learning on how to market online and how to take that into the next business, the new business. I want to tell you a quick story. And this will give you an understanding of what he's going to be doing with Victory with Ash. I know a lot of people online, and I know some really, really good marketers online. There is a couple. They're husband and wife. They market online. They are master marketers, period. They are as good as Mr. Mufara. I can guarantee it. Now, they haven't taken it as far as Mr. Mufara has gone because he's scaling everything and he's bringing us into the picture. But these two individuals, they can take a product, one product. That's all they do, one product. They can take that product and in 3 years, it's $1 million business. Wow. And they've done that over and over again. This isn't speculation. This is something I know. $1 million business. Now, we go back to the Victory with Ash platform. What if Mr. Mufara is giving you the knowledge that these two people have? You're going to know everything. And they never put their face out there. They never do a YouTube. They never do a webinar.
Mm-hmm.
People never see who they are. And they take one product to $1 million business. What if Mr. Mufara does that with the marketing platform, not the marketing platform, but the learning platform, Victory with Ash? What if he does that for each and every one of us? That's a big deal. What would happen if you took, let's say it took you 3 years to build a business from nothing to 6 figures, not even $1 million, but 6 figures? Would you do that? If you're 20, would you do that? If you're 30, would you do that? If you're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, would you do that? Oh, in a heartbeat. This is where it's so exciting. This is what Mr. Mufara is giving us that we can take over into the new business. Now, when we're starting to think about the new business, I know nothing. Really, I know one thing. The new business will give us the opportunity to take one product and sell it. I know that for sure. That's right. Going to happen. Absolutely. And when you think about that, most people will go there. And I even talked to Dan Street this morning, and I said, "Okay, Dan, we don't have anything. You get one product. That product is an awesome product, best to best, superior, above market value, and you don't get anything. You have to go out and market on your own." And Dan came back, and I said, "Dan, would you do that?" And Dan said, "Well, I'd do it for a little while." He didn't say he would take it and run, because what I just described, it's hard to do. It's really, really hard to do. And he said, I'd do it for a little while, and then I don't know. We'd have to see. Now, the caveat to all that is the Victory with Ash learning. We're going to learn everything. We're going to learn what those two individuals know. We're going to take it over into the new platform. It doesn't end there. Mr. Mufara has set up a system. Can I describe that system to you in reality? No. I can in my mind. I can't speculate, but we don't do that. We don't do that.
Exactly
right, Comfort. But he has set up a system that will, and the system is full of just technology that's just off the wall, Comfort. And this technology, yeah, he said, yeah, it's really complicated. It's really something, I mean, it's something special. But my grandmother can do it. Now I asked,
that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Now I asked Dan, okay, Ash's grandma can do this. You think you can do it, Dan? And Dan, maybe he's not so smart, but he's smart enough to do that. That was facetious, guys. Dan's very smart. But he said, oh, yeah, that's a done deal. I'm in. Best products in the world with a system that allows me to do everything I need to do because of the Victory with Ash platform that gives me all the education I need to come in and use the system that he's given. This is just so awesome, guys. And I it's like I listened to Comfort on Heroes the other day, and Chris was there, and Susie, I think Susie was there, Julie was there, all the OTech pros were there. And everything they had to say, it was really, really good. But then they got done and I went, man, you guys are making it way, way too hard. This isn't that hard. Mr. Mufara, yeah. And I just love the song. Baby, it's cold outside. Baby, it's just too cold outside. Mr. Mufara is not going to throw us out into the cold. He's just not going to do it. Come on in, warm your hands, have a cup of cocoa, talk to people. Mr. Mufara is walking us through, and right now, all we have to do is fill out the application. Everything else is going to be fine. You don't have to worry about priority placement. You don't have to worry about victory with Ash. You don't have to worry about going into the new business. All you have to worry about is being honest, clean, and ethical. If you can do that, you can do that with a good heart. Mr. Mufara, he's going to love you to death. And by the time we're done, you're going to be going, wow, why did I ever worry about any of this? So that's kind of what I've been thinking about the last day or so, Comfort, when I listen to everybody talking about it. Keep it simple. Just listen to Mr. Mufara. And Mr. Mufara, if you listen to him in the primary placement thing, he never said that the primary placement would get special perks. Never said that. Never said it. Basically, what the primary placement is for is to get a group of individuals in there that will learn the information and disseminate it and then help people over into the new business. That's the perk. When we get into the new business, I don't know what that looks like. But again, if he does decide to get Comfort or someone else that's in that prior replacement, a little special bonus. Don't bitch about it. They earned it. They deserve it. And it's okay. If I don't get it, that's okay. I know where I'm going. I know I'm going to the new business, the big, bold, beautiful new business. And I know I'm going to have more in education going into there than I had coming into Victory with Ash. You know, education is one of those things. I get it, and I'll end with this, Comfort, and then you can come on in. I get a little worried sometimes, Comfort. But education, it's one of those things. I hear people say, well, you know, I'm coming in. I just don't want to go through this again. You know, they did it 7 years ago, whatever. I just don't want to go through this again. And I'm going, no, that's just totally wrong. Mr. Mufara is giving us education that is so benefit, you can't even imagine it. I've been educating myself for 30 years. And when I can find a place where I can learn more than I know now that will benefit me moving forward, I'm all over. I'm like a sponge. I want every little bit of it. That's what Mr. Mufara is bringing to Victory with Ash. That is the value that he's putting there. And it's free. It doesn't cost anything. I did a video just a couple of days ago. Dan and I bought a program. It was $5,000. It wasn't free. And I can guarantee you what Mr. Mufara is going to be sharing with us will be better and more than what we bought for $5,000. So this is extraordinary. Really, really a great place we're in. Don't make it difficult. Just come on in, listen to Mr. Mufara, do what he tells you to do. And as Comfort said earlier, I think this thing is going to move very, very quickly now. Comfort, I'll turn it back over to you. We can go anywhere, Comfort.
Wow, thank you. Thanks so much, Mike. I was just glad listening to you say all of this, guys. I'd like to know what you think about what Mike has said so far. And Mike, I want to go back to one thing you said, because you remember shortly before we came on, I was sharing my excitement about the Victory with Ash and the Education Hub. And you equally came here and said what Ash is doing is teaching us what he knows, right? That is so empowering. Personally, I feel so blessed that we have come this far and we're at that place where they're going to give you the strength. You know how, because it has more value. When you learn it, you understand exactly what you want to do, and then you do it and then get it right. It's so fulfilling, and then you're so proud of yourself. So this answers even a question to many people. I had a lady today keeping me a very long message thinking that, oh my God, now Ash wants us to learn. We don't know, we're not computer literate, we're not that. Like you rightly said, Mike, when Ash says it's so easy that his grandmother can do it, that is exactly what he means, because he is cognizant of the fact that This platform is represented by people from all academic and cultural backgrounds, language and stuff. So he'll make it so palatable that even a baby can digest it. That's what I think, because that is Ash for you. He doesn't need this. He's just doing it for you and myself, to the best of my knowledge, Mike. So he can't fix it and then keep it again to himself. So it's so empowering, and I feel so excited to finally get there by the grace of God. If Ash will pick some of us, and then Ash says we should not make it so hard, but people are just like, people are having panic attacks every day. Oh, I'm missing A, B, C, D, I'm missing that. All of that is irrelevant. Because, like you rightly said, I think if you've not committed any crime, I really apologize about the noise, guys. I can't do anything.
You're fine, Comfort. You're absolutely fine.
Yes. Right. So what we are doing, I think, is just encouraging people. So, Mike, one of the things I wanted, I know you've already given enough information. You could still repeat some stuff for emphasis, or for people who want you to repeat again so that they get it better. What should people be doing now? Chris, Julie, and the team answered this yesterday. We want your perspective on it too. We have about 4 more days to go for the application process to come to an end.
I think all of them are doing fine, Comfort. They're going to explain things in their own way. I'm going to explain things in my way. So what they're doing is fine. I really don't have a problem with it, with what any of them say. OTEC pros are the OTEC pros. You're going to talk to the OTEC pros. You're going to get an extensive, thorough explanation of whatever they're doing. They're OTEC pros. They don't keep it simple. They're going to throw it out there, and it's good. They're going to blow your mind. But I think it's really, really important. You touched on it, Comfort. The learning platform. This shouldn't intimidate you. We want you to go in there and learn what you can learn. Are you going to learn everything going into the new business? No, you're not. But it starts the process, and you have to understand that the new business, it is not passive. You have to come in and do some things in order to get your business running for you. It's just a good thing that you're going to have some understanding going into the big, bold, beautiful new business. You're going to have some understanding. And then once you get in there, understand there is a system in there. Ash has set up a system. His grandmother can do it. You can do it. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what you do. You'll be able to do this. And once you get there, sales. We are a customer-based business. And because of the system Mr. Mufara set up, you're going to be able to go back in there and you're going to be able to make sales and make a commission. Now, chances are nobody's ever going to see you. Nobody's ever going to hear you talk. You're just going to be in the shadows when it comes to selling product. Now, when it comes to you and I, those individuals that are engaged, I'm going to know who you are, and I'm going to come on and I'm going to say, hey, you need to look at this because they are awesome. And there are going to be a lot of people out there like that they just went through the process, trusted Mr. Mufara, and then went into the new business with an understanding that, yeah, you are going to be successful. So I think the educational part, it freaks people out. Well, this is going to take me a month, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe a year to go through these learning modules, learn it, and then go into the new business. It doesn't work that way. Come in, learn what you can learn. And then as we move forward into the new business, continue to learn. I never stop learning. Comfort never stops learning. It becomes a sheer joy because you'll learn something and you'll go, oh, I can use that. That's gonna cut time frames by 20% if I use that in my marketing business. It's really, really cool stuff. And again, Mr. Mufara, he's not going to leave you in the cold. He really isn't. Comfort, go ahead. Unmute.
Yeah, sure. I know. So I just wanted us to think about this too, because we have been waiting for this day since 2018. At this moment, I feel that if I gave us 24 hours to get these applications done, everybody would have been expected to submit an application and successfully. But then there are people who still think that I should have extended the application time. What do you think about this, Mike?
Yeah. And I thought about that, Comfort. And I think the application period should have been 3 hours. We're done. Because believe me, as soon as I heard it, I did the application. Boom, boom, boom. It was done. It doesn't matter if I get into prior replacement or not. My application is done. Ash, you can move forward. Now, Ash knows there's a lot of people out there, and a week is probably the right time. I would have done it in a much shorter time. but that's because I'm ready to rock and roll. But I know Ash is too. He really is. But he's always generous. He's always thoughtful. Sometimes I'm not. But yeah, no, I agree with you, Comfort. He could have done this a lot quicker. And then moving forward, this shows you the speed that things are going to be happening. You know, Ash came out and he said, listen, I'm going to do a webinar in September. He did that. I'm going to do the application. It's going to take 7 days. He did that. Okay, he's going to probably have another webinar shortly after that. What's he going to tell us? And whatever he tells us, you better believe it, because these things are going by like paper. I mean, they're just flying by now. So I don't think things are going to slow down. I think they're going to speed up, Comfort. And then, of course, when we get into the big, bold, beautiful new business, Katie bar the door for all of us. Everybody is listening. All of us. Katie bar the door. That's when things really, really get exciting. Go ahead, Comfort.
Indeed, somebody's agreeing with you. Mr. Mufara is not going to leave us in the cold. Fact, yes, that's a fact. He's not going to leave us in the cold, except that you've got a skeleton in your cupboard. If you are that person who is putting some dots, some stains on the integrity of this business, that's when we find it difficult. As much as Ash is spreading his arms so wide to embrace everybody, at this point in time, it's going to be quite difficult to bring everybody in. He's made that very clear. But then, if your hands are clean, then you're coming in. You're coming with him somehow. If you don't come during the priority placement, like Mike says, there's still time and there's still room for someone, like a songwriter says. So we just want to be comfortable where we are. We need to be patient. And Mike, I think that one thing people want to do now, because especially some people went to sleep and they slept for a bit too long. They just woke up this morning and they want to they get all over the place. They are frustrated. They spew accusations and stuff. I'm just like, there's no time for negative energy. It's just about taking a deep breath. Where are we now? What should I do? Get some updates. Like Collins is recommending that you should go and first of all just read from All News number 1 to All News number 16. You will get some overview of where we are. Then when you settle down and ask one question, ask the next one and ask the next one, and get directives or directions instead of being frustrated and then getting saying negative stuff. Because that same energy, if you use it and settle down, you get yourself up to date, and then we're moving on together. Because actually where we are now, I believe, Mike, that we are really happy and we're satisfied.
Absolutely, right? Comfort. Absolutely. I code of conduct. Okay. If you want a quick way out of this company, disregard the code of conduct that Ash is going to be showing us in Victory with Ash. Okay. It's probably about the only way you can get booted if you don't apply that code of conduct and do what he asks you to do. I have a lot of people like you, Comfort, that are just waking up. And yeah, there's some frustration there. They're not quite sure what to do, who to go, who to talk to, what to listen to. And I understand that. That's fine. Again, this is very, very simple. If you can't get into an OES back office, maybe you're someone that's been asleep for 3 or 4 years, you never migrated over back into the OES office, but you still want to go forward. You're seeing the dream relayed to you, and you're excited about the dream. You still want to participate. That's okay. All you have to do is find one of those individuals that are priority placed, get a link from them, and you're going to be able to come in, even though you never had an OES back office. You don't need that. You really don't. You're going to be able to come in and participate, get into the educational platform, and learn what's there as we move over into the new business. I want everybody to understand this is brand new. We're not taking anything from the old into the new. It's not happening. This is a true renaissance. It really is. And everybody gets to participate in this renaissance, making everything new, everything exciting, everything profitable for everybody that's out there. And if you want to participate that, it doesn't matter if you can get in the OAS back office. It doesn't matter if you've been asleep for 8 years. If you just came in, you're listening to Comfort, you're listening to me, you listen to the OTech pros and Julie and Chris and all the other people, and you're going, it's time. This is happening. Mr. Mufar is showing us this. You can come in. Just get a link, from the priority placements coming in. Get into the Victory with Ash platform. Ash is going to take you over into the new bold business, period. It truly is a renaissance, guys. Once you understand that and you get to be part of it, it's just a really, really fun place to be. Comfort, go ahead.
Indeed, Mike, I think we've done so well, guys. We just happy that you joined us, and keep on keeping the comments coming. Let's know what you think. And if you find this important, guys, you do well to share to people, because everybody needs to know what's happening now. So much information is being given out, Mike, but unfortunately, people are not following up. People are not listening to us. They still go back and ask the same questions that people sit here every day and follow. But then let's discuss just one last thing, Mike. One of the things, people panic even with the questions out there. You don't need to work too hard. Like earlier on, you said people should not beat their body. You don't need to think so hard. Just be realistic and then just answer. You're not writing a test. Ash is not failing you, but that you answer the question wrong. You don't go wrong with any of the things out there. So that's what I thought, Mike.
No. There is no wrong answer. When you fill out that questionnaire, there is no wrong answer. Ash tells you, just don't think about this. Don't think about it. Just do it. You don't have to. You see there was a question there that talked about, were you willing to start over with the big, bold, beautiful new business? And my answer was, well, of course, it's a new business. I'll start over. It's not a big deal. With the understanding of what Mr. Mufar has done, how the structure works, what he's put together. So when you answer the question, you can't give them a wrong answer. It isn't a test. You don't need to think about it. You read it. My sister, she's a little bit engaged, not a lot. It took her 5 minutes to answer the questionnaire. And she didn't ask me a single question, because I told her, don't ask me anything, just answer it. Right. Yeah, and she hasn't thought about it since. That's how it should be done.
Sure. Thank you so much, Mike. We appreciate you for coming and contributing powerfully, guys. Let's make use of this information. Share it widely. Go ahead, Mike, if you want to say something.
Just one suggestion, Comfort. Everybody that's listening to Comfort's video right now, you should take this video and you share it. This will answer a lot of questions that people have, and it'll cover up a lot of worries that they have. You don't need any of that. This should be a time of sheer joy. So my recommendation is, take this video of Comfort's and share it with everybody you know. Have people come to Comfort's YouTube channel, look at it. And if you have questions, ask Comfort. She'll answer them. She knows as much as I do, believe me. Go ahead, Comfort.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Mike. So guys, we just want to keep this going. There are a few platforms you need to watch out for. Mike does it the best because he drops his videos in tiny bite-sized pieces. Mike makes his pictures and videos like 5 minutes long. So you get it straight to the point. So if you search for Mike Ellis, you'll see his YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to it. If you stay there for 30 minutes, you'll get a lot of information, because you'll be watching 3 to 4, 5 videos for 30 minutes, because it makes it really short and sweet. So check out for Marcienne Emabu, because she does Voyager avec nous. So whatever thing we say here in English in all of the platforms, he takes it over and translates into French. She's got a powerful team that they work together. And you have an Arab team there too. They take it from French into Arab. So they're doing a good job out there. Check that out. Check Chris, Julie, and the rest. Check the Heroes webinar. Andy Berg's out today with Digital Blueprint. He does a good job with Collins as well. And then the OTech Pros, guys. Just said, you don't have to watch everywhere if you don't want, but then stick to a few and make sure you stay up to date. That's all we need to do now. Thank you so much, Mike, for your time, and we hope to see you again soon. Bye. Thank you.
You're perfect, Comfort. You always do a great job.